This video is going to be slightly different than other videos because, as you can see in on the bottom left of the screen, it says introduction, which I am now going to provide. There are a few things that I want to talk about, hence I have it. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is something I'm going to do in order to improve not only the content that I'm providing, but also just my life in general. And then I'm going to talk about signs of weight gain that I've seen, and my thoughts of both, my thoughts on my sleeping pattern in both the past and now. So the aim that I've made in order to improve the content and my life in general is to do with my sleep. Very specifically, it is to wake up from anywhere between 6 at the latest and 4 at the earliest. Reason being, I just enjoy life a lot more when I wake up early and I sleep early. So doing this is going to help me get to that point where I'm always at a higher level than I have been in the past, where I've woken up very late, anywhere from 9 in the morning to maybe even 12 or 2. I think the latest I've ever woken up is like 2 in the afternoon. Yes, I certainly don't do that now, nowhere near, but I would like to wake up earlier. So when I wake up, I set the tone of the day by waking up and getting up basically immediately, and then staying outside of bed and doing what I set myself to do. This is because I believe that in doing so, I'll set the tone for the day in a way that I like and in a way that will be beneficial for me by doing many more things that I set myself to do than I would have been able to otherwise. If I don't do this, then I may not do anything that I set myself to do at all. And now I am going to talk about my weight gain and the eating habits that caused my weight gain. I haven't measured myself on the scale or anything like that, but it's obvious to me because I look at myself in the mirror very often and I think that I'm gaining weight because my stomach's getting bigger, it seems. So I'm going to have to eat more healthily. Very recently, I'd say maybe the past week or couple of weeks or so, I haven't been eating in a way that's healthy. I haven't been having fast food a whole lot or anything like that. It has been the usual once a week, but I've been eating a lot more low protein and high carbohydrate foods, such as rice and stew with barley. Even though it has fish in it, the carbohydrates are have been abused, so the carbohydrates are very high, which I now know from weighing such meals on MyFitnessPal in the past. Another example of me eating high carbohydrate and low protein would be me eating a lot of toast, not a lot of Nutella, or maybe even, for example, today I had a tuna sandwich. I also have a confession to make. During the Christmas period, a lot of quality street sweets were bought, and I told myself that I'd never have any quality any of those sweets during this time. And yesterday I went and had some. There were quite a few boxes there which were eaten and which I didn't touch until yesterday. I had quite a few. The reason being, I set myself that aim that I'm never going to touch them, so the aim was to not do that because I didn't want to go and have sweets because in my opinion, there's just much healthier alternatives than that, like eating high protein, low carb foods, which is how I want to eat, not have those sweets and then slowly and surely destroy my health by having too many of them, because they've been made to taste very tasty. They've been made to taste that way, so you go and eat more and you go and buy more. And to me, in my opinion, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be going down that rabbit hole. So I decided that I didn't want to have any. However, yesterday I did break that vow. I did. And I also had some today, honestly. And the best part of all of this is I'm not hiding from this, and I'm admitting it. I'm saying that I've done this instead of just looking away from it and trying to pretend that it didn't happen. Now I'm going to move on the thoughts of my sleeping pattern, which I did address in my improvement aim, but I'm going to talk about it further now. I know from a lot of personal experience that regardless of whether you undersleep or oversleep, you are going to feel tired, or at least I personally do, regardless of which one I do. So it's on me to get a healthy amount of sleep, which for me personally is 8 hours. Without doing this, I don't feel refreshed and ready for the day to be able to get moving and do what I set myself to do. Even if it's a 1 hour difference from sleeping from my 8 hour mark. For example, if I even oversleep 1 hour and have 9 hours worth of rest, there's too much for me. So I feel tired, and I find it more challenging to get the day started, even if it's a 1 hour too much. And I really need to take this in mind when it comes to the exercising as well, because I'm not going to be able to do as much if I feel tired. If I feel tired and I can't shake it off for whatever reason, then it's not going to be as productive a session than if I feel refreshed and have 8 hours worth of sleep and ready to go. So that's something that I'm going to work on by my improvement aim of getting up by 6 o'clock at the latest and 4 at the earliest. But for now, that is it. That is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next one, in which I aim to have some footage of me planking. Or if I don't have footage of me planking, it'll be some form of ab exercise. But that is it. That's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.